Pew, pew, pew. Blat, blat, blat. Oh boy. Da 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 da. Ooh. Let's go over here then. It's raining shrapnel. Go ahead, try to down me. I'm staying close to this other guy just in case you do. That's what I thought. Come on. Come on. I'm not playing Tetris with you anymore. Oh, sad face. Hello everyone. Welcome to My Thoughts On, and today we're having a look at my thoughts on Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 was developed by Gearbox, released 2019, not 1919. Man, wouldn't that be crazy? It was released in 2019 on certain platforms, but it wasn't brought to Steam until 2020. At this time, I've played 50 plus hours of the game, and we're looking at the price being $59.99. And yeah, I will not be covering any of the DLC of this game. I'm going to be focusing almost exclusively on just the core game alone, because I don't have any of the DLC, so I can't really comment on it. So let's load up a character and just jump into it, shall we? Each class plays differently. Let's just go with this for now, though we will be switching characters probably a fair bit. So, while the loading screens are going on, you'll just have to bear with me. There's no point in skipping out of loading screens. I think that it's important that people know what they're going to be seeing when they jump into a game, depending on their computer. So, this is Borderlands 3. I have played Borderlands 2, I've played Borderlands 1, Borderlands Special Edition. I have played Borderlands pre-sequel. I have not played Tales from the Borderlands. So, for most people, on a new character, this might be a bit challenging. It's a little bit easier to talk on a character that I'm familiar with and I've set him up, but not this character. This character is fresh off the bus, literally off the bus. That's where you pretty much start the game. And the story is you are a vault hunter and you are searching for the vault at adventure. There are 4 different characters you can play as. You can play as, right now we're playing as the Siren, Amara. You can play as the Beastmaster, a robot named Flak. You can play as the Operative, Zane. And you can play as the Gunner, Moze? I don't know, I haven't played as the Gunner much. Didn't really pay attention to her name all that much. So, this is a continuation of the Borderlands series. And as a continuation, it has a lot of returning characters. And since I haven't played Tales from the Borderlands, a few characters are missing, and I'm like, where are they? And I've played this game a little bit on my own, but mostly I've played this in a group, which is probably where you should play this game, because it's just more fun to play with other people. That being said, though, I think that it's also important to... You know, I feel like every game you need to be able to play it on your own, or I need to play it on my own to be able to know, okay, if no one else is going to play with me, would I still play this game? And the answer to Borderlands 3 is a definite yes. I would definitely play this game even if nobody else was playing it with me. And part of that is the mobility. So, for your standard Borderlands game, what you have is various guns that you're picking up, and then the basic core mechanics. You point, you shoot, you move around with good old WASD. There is controller support. If I tap this controller, can do some of this stuff and some of that stuff. But I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I'm going to stick with keyboard controls because I don't know why. I don't know. Some people like controllers. I do not like controllers if at all possible. I want to use a keyboard and mouse. So, the theme of Borderlands 3 is that it's an FPS, first-person shooter, and it's also an RPG, role-play game. It is a mixture of the two, which I don't know if there are any other games that have kind of defined it, but this is the defining game for me for what a looter shooter is, which is just the blending of the two genres. There are a lot of other themes in it. You do drive around in vehicles. You also have a lot of open world aspects to the game, but I don't think it qualifies as an open world game because you follow a quest system, but you can wander around and explore. There are bosses, there are enemies, there's lots and lots and lots of loot. Yeah. That's an example of a boss right here. Did they close the door behind me? They do. I wonder if he can come out this way. I've never pulled him out here before. Can you get me? It's a very minor boss. Let's explain the... Where are you going? Where are you going? Let's explain the... Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'm not used to running out of ammo. I forgot that that's actually a thing. Hey, action skills. So ta-da. Level 2 and you already are you're already in the game. You're already playing for reals. That's one of the cool things that I really enjoyed about Borderlands 3 is that it just kept the momentum going the entire time. Skip tutorial. I don't need a tutorial. Though I haven't played this character, so I probably do need a tutorial. So, let's just talk about the basic controls of the game first. And then let's talk a little bit more about the story of the game. So, basic controls, WASD to move, right click to and hold to aim down the sights, left click to shoot. You use control to crouch. C is to switch between your gun mode. That is one of the new things in the game. To move faster, you tap shift to sprint, and then while moving fast, you can press control to slide, but you have to be moving fast. So if you're not moving fast, you're crouching. Though if you slide, you'll slide into a crouch. One of the changes that I'm most enthusiastic about in the game is sliding. I didn't realize it was going to be a big deal to me, but it certainly was. And the other thing is that you can press spacebar to vault up onto ledges. This was big, because originally in Borderlands 2, you would have to jump onto this, and then onto that. And that was how you'd get around. You'd have to do a lot of parkouring. In this game, it's enjoyable to parkour and to just spam my spacebar until I get over ledges. You fall over something, you hit the spacebar, and you can get over railings. There's just a lot of really great fluidity to playing this game. This has to be my favorite Borderlands, not from story aspect, from mechanical aspects alone. It has been one of the most fun for me. I played through the game as Zane the Operative, and I love his abilities. And my younger brother has played through a lot farther as Flak, and a friend of ours, the friend who got me this game, she played through as the Siren, and we've all kind of loved our classes. The only one that's unspoken for is the Gunner, and I think that you really just wouldn't go too wrong with any of the classes in this game. By the way, no fall damage. If you had a friend that was down, this is a good demonstration of how you'd revive somebody. You could run up to your friend and you would interact, and then there would be this bar, and once it would be done, you would revive them. So obviously you can't revive... Wait, what? I was just like, you can't just revive and run away, but for a second it actually worked there. There is a limitation, so you can move around some. So you just have to be close enough to them to be able to revive them, and then that picks them up. You'll notice in my game I've got 2 leveling bars. I've just played through the main game. I finished the main story like maybe 40 hours into the game. It's probably more reasonable to say that it's maybe 25 to 30 hours to play through the game. Alright, we'll just let this cutscene happen. So it's more reasonable to say that it's probably that amount of time. It took me so much longer because I was playing with 2 different people and did a bunch of side quests and just did a bunch of side derail objectives and stuff like that. I didn't try to complete all the side quests. That's actually what I'm in the process of doing now, but you're looking at a very big game, a long time commitment, and a rather big download actually. It's one of the notes that I made about the game early on. There's a 826, no, that's not right. Sorry, excuse me. And it's an 82 gigabyte. Apparently I wrote 6 instead of G. That's a weird one. Wrote G upside down and backwards. So it is a rather big download. So, you know, I was hoping that because of it being a big download that it was either going to be a big enough game to compensate just how much of a download it was. And by golly, I think it certainly did. To get to level 11 the first time, it took me 4 hours, so that kind of gives you an idea of where I was on pace. Yeah. Grenade mod. All right. So let's talk about, those are the basic mechanics. I don't think I'm missing anything, right? Control, Shift, Tab. You hit Tab to get into your inventory or wherever you left off, actually. So if it's in skills, you press Tab, you go back to that. You press M to bring up your map. The map controls were weird. I really didn't like them at first. You move around the map with WASD, of course. You can right-click to rotate. You can also left-click and move the mouse to be able to move the map around. It's kind of a weird one when you can move it around with WASD anyway. It's a little bit sluggish to control the map. You can mouse wheel in and out. As you can see, you can press Q to place down a personal waypoint. I want to remove waypoint now, please. Thank you. And if you wanted to fast travel, you can fast travel right away. It's these locations here. You press and hold. If you look to the right, you see that that's charging up. If I hold it the entire time, it'll teleport me here and I'll have to run all the way back over here. So we're not going to do that nonsense. So looking over the menus that we have here, you have your log. This is always going to be your main missions here. If you have any DLC later on in the game, those will pop up here as well. You have your echo logs, your Typhon logs, and your Iridian writings. You don't unlock Iridian writings until later in the game. You'll run across these symbols, but you won't be able to use them. Don't worry about it. It's nice that they have the echo log here that you can re-listen to echo logs. In Borderlands 2, I would regularly run around Sanctuary and just pick up all the echo logs again, just because they were there. So it's nice that there's a place that they're organized and you can re-listen to them whenever you want. Typhon logs are interesting lore, backstory stuff of Pandora. It's a very, I don't know, just additional echo log stuff. Actually, Iridian writings are basically the same thing, only they are unlocked basically once you beat the game for the most part. You can switch between quests here. It's a little bit tricky to manage. You can sort by region and mission type. And yeah, it's a bit cumbersome, but once you finish the quests that are available, there really aren't any more quests that are there. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. The map is a bit cumbersome. As said, you can switch between challenges if there are challenges in an area. I don't understand what the friends nearby thing is all about, but challenges is how you keep track of what you still need to do in an area. And then you have a zone progress, and yeah. In your inventory, you will see a lot of this. Inventory management is one of the things that I have a gripe about for the game, because inventory management is kind of a headache. So to change what you're using, so for example, we want to equip this grenade mod, you need to click on it to do this, or you could press E, I suppose, and then you go to the empty slot, and then you equip it. This gets a little bit more problematic when you've got more items. Right now, we don't have very many, so what I would do is I would just press R to label these as junk. Then when I run up to a vending machine, I can press X and sell it. When I'm keeping something, I try to star it so that I don't accidentally sell the things, because you can't sell starred items. So that's kind of how I manage that. These gave me a headache because I wasn't sure what they were. These trinkets show up on your gun. So can I demonstrate it? Can I rotate my character at all? No. Look to the side of the gun. You can see that it's hanging right where a Lilith's head is. That little thing. You can change that on your guns. It's just a neat little cosmetic that you can have there. This is your skill tree. Each class has 3 different skill trees that they can go into, and each one is different. I don't know if this helps anybody, but for me, what I do is I tend to start at the bottom and look what the bottom ability is and see if that's what I actually want to be working towards. Typically, each tree has a different type of theme that you can work with. You do need to kind of like read through what you're speccing yourself into. I'd say also recommend looking at what this move is and what this move is, and sometimes looking at other ones on the higher bracket so you know what you're working towards. So I wouldn't say just like look at the first set, though you probably would be fine there too. You can always respec, and respecking costs some gold, but you're able to do it and it scales with you. So the higher level you are, the more it costs, but again, the higher level you are, the more money you're getting anyways, so of course it scales that way. There's a lot of that in Borderlands 3. This isn't unlocked for most people. This is unlocked once you complete the base game. So if you were to come to the Guardian rank without having a character that beat the story, it would say that this is unlocked at the story. In Borderlands 2, these were all linked with like in-game goals and objectives. That's not how that works anymore. It now unlocks with your experience bar. So I've got 2 experience bars. This is the pink one that we have as well. And just further clarification for anyone else that's concerned about it, when jumping into it, I saw 10 tokens to unlock the red sand skin. And I was like, oh no, do I need to save up 10 tokens? That is not the case. All you need to do is have 10 in the enforcer column here. Right now we're at 15, so we've got one here. We're at 17 for that. I don't have enough to get us to 20, but you see the bar filling up. What happens is when you redeem a token, you choose where you want to put it. So for me, with this token, gunfire rate, nah, I don't really want that. Melee damage, meh, don't really want that either. Fight for your life movement speed, that's okay. Fight for your life duration, nah, that's okay as well. Reload speed, I do like that. So I'm going to do reload speed. So I've spent that point, now we're at 18. We spend 2 more and we will be able to get tag and frag, regenerate a grenade every 10 kills. That's pretty good. I do look forward to getting that perk. And this makes it easier playing new characters. This makes it easier on your regular character. There's just really a no lose to this whatsoever. You can turn them off, I think. Let's see here. What are we doing here? Crit hit damage. Yes, I do want that one. Shield recharge rate. I do like that as well. Reload speed, recoil reduction. I'm always going for action, skill cooldown, and accuracy. Those are my favorite in the hunter tasks, though I do like getting additional loot. In this one, I like critical hit damage, so I'll go there. Now we're split between these 2 still. Need to work on this some more, but yeah, I just kind of make the call as I go along. Right, Q to disable Guardian ranks, so we can disable the Guardian system if you don't want the advantage of any of these extra perks in the game. And this is the events, and I enthusiastically am covering this game at a very good time. It's Halloween time at the time of this recording, and so the Bloody Harvest is going on. This is a special, just small in-game event where ghosts will spawn in the main world and you'll gather ghost ectoplasm, and then you'll open up a portal and you'll go into Heck, the depths of Heck, for everyone's favorite dinosaur, Maurice. And then you have here these little extra unlockables. These actually are shared across different characters, across all characters. So I actually have the skin unlocked because I worked to get the gun skin and the outfit skin. You can't see it on this particular character all that well. I got it for my character. It's an animated like ghost. You can see some of the ghosts moving around here. And yeah, these are all unlocked. As we already demonstrated, I have that trinket. So that should be enough evidence for you that it is, there it is, a shrinking feeling. So that should be enough evidence that it is available here. All right. I think that kind of gets you over the user interface. There's a lot of settings, a lot of tweaking that you can do. There's accessibility. I originally jumped into this game with the alpha turned... Wait, how much did I have it? I had turned high or low. Where was it? Visuals. Where? Calibration, safe area, calibration display. This one. So I just left it default now because it was really, really hard to see in the game, and it's just easier to see. So I left it the way it was, but these screens drive me crazy because it's like, adjust the brightness until the left symbol is barely visible, and I'm like, okay, and then it's barely visible. And then it says, okay, barely visible, that's barely visible, and then it's like blackness level, and it's like, all right, until the symbols above until they're barely visible. And like right now they're pretty visible, so I like dragged it down to here, and it was really hard to see. Did it keep it? Please don't tell me it kept it. Okay, good. It returned to normal. So I played the first couple of hours of this game. Just like the shadows are really shadowy. Like you couldn't see much of anything underneath here before. Ah, I forgot the grenade thing because I didn't have the grenades unlocked at the time. G to throw grenades. Grenades are actually a pretty big part of the game, especially if I've got the Halloween grenade is really fantastic, so I've been using grenades a lot. It's almost what my whole spec is built around for the most part. Grenades and a good gun. And V is to melee. Come on. There were a couple... Here we go. Get a new gun.
Nice fighting, killer.
So now you can switch between guns with 1 and 2. I guess I haven't mentioned these other slots are locked. They unlock as you play through the game and do stuff in the main story. So if you joined somebody on a different part of the game, you actually wouldn't have these unlocked. You could level well beyond level... Oh my goodness, let's think of something irrational. Like, let's say level 20 or 30, and you could never unlock your 4th slot because you need to do your own... You need to progress in the main story because they unlock as you go along. So you could progress pretty far into the game and not get that unlocked. So you want to make sure you do that. Just explaining the user interface in case you are, I don't know, need that explained. Top right of the screen is the mini-map. Always pointing in the direction that you're going. Your triangle, the map moves around you. Triangle always points up. The mail with the icon is that I have been sent mail by one of the gun people, and the way you navigate that is you go to your social, and then you go to like incoming mail. You can mail it to your friend if you have friends added. On Steam anyway, it does this weird thing where it doubles up. So if I've got one friend online, it shows them as 2 because it needs to make whatever the I forget what the count is for Borderlands stuff, but they've made their own account because of course they have. And then the quest name is underneath that, including the checkbox objective that you're working on. Then below that you have the gun that you have that's out. So right now pistol, and right now shotgun. Pistol, press C, now we've got a zip rocket, so it's got its alt fire, it fires off rockets, now it's back to its normal fire, which is just normal pistol shots. Oops, alright, let's go. And grenades located in the bottom right corner of the screen. We currently don't have any grenades. Alright, open, 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 open. You press F to use your ultimate ability. Or your action ability, I suppose. At the bottom of the screen, you see we got 13 experience points for just walking into this area. you have your level, and then above that you have your primary experience bar, which is what you would only have originally. After you play through the main story of the game, you unlock your second experience bar, which is just like, I would say Paragon levels, but it's just prestige leveling, if you will. That's your Guardian system. Next, in the bottom left corner of the screen, you have your shields. As your shields drop... Oh, that's not it. I wanted to throw a grenade down. Your shields drop. After your shields drop down, your health will drop. If your health drops down, you will enter into a state called Fight for Your Life. And fighting for your life is not the end of the game. If you can kill somebody before that bar runs out, you will revive and stand up and resume it. You'll get a second wind. All right. And once again, hopefully that has been adequately explained and I haven't forgotten anything else in that explanation. Each gun is a little bit different, and so stuff changes. There are several different gun varieties that you can have. You'll see down here you have pistols, SMGs, assault rifles, shotguns, RPGs, snipers, and grenades. So those are the type of weapons that you can have. I think sliding is faster than running, but I don't know for sure. I definitely do a lot of both, especially on my main character, who I have an artifact that lets me slide faster. I'm noticing a few frames being dropped while I'm playing, and hopefully that's not going to be too bad in the recording, but I was not having any problems with frames dropping while I was playing without trying to record it, so hopefully that's not being too obnoxious. Sometimes it seems like it's getting a little bit much. Maybe I can turn down the graphics slightly for this. Visuals, advanced, report, no frame rate, calibration. No, don't do that. I don't want to touch that. Normal. Oh, the goodness, we haven't talked about that. There's so much about this game. It's like, where do I start? All right, let's see here. Overall. Oh, we're already at... All right, we'll try very low. Maybe that'll help. Already at low. Oh. All right. So things are going to look a little bit more foggy. If you have the computer that can run this game on the higher settings that are just absolutely beautiful, fantastic. Now... let's see here. Can I make those changes? No. Yes. So there are two different loot modes in the game. You've got cooperative and you have competition. So I've always left it on cooperative. Normally you have competition mode in like Borderlands 1, 2, and pre-sequel. Being considerate with loot is important. But if you're playing by yourself, it's kind of an irrelevant point. But when you're playing with others, you know, I like not fighting for loot, because then just there's more loot dropping. So I can be like, this dropped, do you want it? And then I can give it to somebody. There is group privacy. I've done none of it with anybody else. So it's good to have these options, but I've done none of that with anybody else. There are multiple ways that you can invite people to play with you on Steam. You can directly invite them. You can invite them through the menu here. I haven't touched photo mode. Achievements goes to your Steam achievements. Find the Sun Smasher. Is there anything else? Well, I guess let's get back to talking about the story some. So a big part of Borderlands games is the story. So, here's another quest. Can grab this quest while we're on our way. Yep, that machine is broken. You can hold down tab to track it. So now we're tracking it. We'll run over here. I already know where it's going to be, so I don't need to wait. Stand here, wait until Marcus gives us this quest to run over here, and then he'll send us out to finish getting whatever we need. The whole Pandora first area here is really tutorial. Like, a lot of the quests hold your hand and kind of guide you through it. It's very friendly for people that have never played this game before. And yeah, I don't know how it stacks up for somebody completely new. The game might be easier to play, but I really don't care whether or not it's easier or harder to play. I simply enjoy what I've been doing in Borderlands 3. Alright. Back to the... No. Back to the main story here. So, as has already been said, you're a Vault Hunter, you end up on Pandora, and Lilith recruits you to join the Crimson Raiders, and you are trying to fight the COV, these fanatics right here. The COV is run by the antagonists. Let's see, can I remember their names? That's a bad sign that I don't remember their names. Tyreen and... I don't remember his name. I don't care to remember his name. I don't like them. I don't think very highly of Tyreen, and I don't think much of their last name is the Calypso Twins. They both have a like shared persona of sorts that... Oh. Yeah, got him with the barrel. Both of them have a... Oh, let's spend this point. And... Reload speed. Status effect. Killing enemies grants rush. Sure, let's try that. Let's use that move. Boom. I don't like the Calypsos. That's one of the things that I would count against the game, but it's kind of tough because the other antagonist that I really use as a reference in Borderlands is time to run over here, wait for the shield to come back. The other antagonist that I reference is Handsome Jack, which isn't exactly fair because Handsome Jack was one of the best antagonists that I've seen in a video game. I remember his name. He was a memorable villain. He was interesting. He was dynamic. He had a great backstory that they fleshed out in pre-sequel. He had the best intentions originally. He thinks he's the good guy and you're the bad guy. He thinks that you're a bandit. There's really just a lot of good stuff that I have to say about Handsome Jack as far as a villain is concerned. And right to the end, I felt bad for Handsome Jack. I always felt bad for Handsome Jack. Like, you know, best intentions gone horribly wrong. And that's kind of just what Pandora is in a nutshell, is just this land full of just bloodthirsty... It's like Mad Max, for those that have watched Mad Max. I hadn't watched Mad Max until after I'd played like all the Borderlands games, and I was like, oh, look at this! It's just this crazy world that is just like devised of, what if everyone wanted to kill everyone else? What if it was lawless? Like, that's the world that we're talking about in Pandora. That being said, there are other worlds than Pandora. They're basically the lore of Borderlands is that it's run by corporations for the most part. And it's gun corporations for that matter. So do we have two different brands or do we have the same brand? All right. So we got good old Jacobs and we've got Vladoff. So I think, I could be wrong here, but I think that the lore of the game is that the world is controlled by these corporations and they're kind of warring it out and trying to get the most money. And then there's just this side project of Vault Hunters who are just basically guns for hire that are running around doing their own thing. That's kind of like the whole world in a nutshell, although it gets more and more specific in its story as you play through the game, because in Borderlands 1, it's just Vault Hunters. They've heard about this mystical thing called the Vault. Let's switch to a new gun. They've heard about this mystical thing called the Vault, where apparently you can get a lot of really valuable stuff. They want to sell it. They want to get rich. And that's kind of still part of the motivation there as well. But it's much more again, fleshed out because you've had 3 plus games to develop all these different characters and all these different interests. So the vault opens up, and then in Borderlands 2, Handsome Jack wants to harness a vault and use its power for his corporation, Hyperion, and that's all that game is about in a nutshell. And in this one, the Calypsos are trying to do that. So it's kind of like, again, rinse, repeat. We're doing the same thing over and over again, but I don't know. With the new gameplay elements, the different characters, the spin that they have on the story, the return of old characters, the addition of new characters, isn't that a lovely sight? Also, I have no idea who this guy is. I don't know if he showed up in the pre-sequel. I call him just Whitey Tighties McGee, which that might be part to blame for me playing the operative, who is an Irishman. All right, yeah. Skip, got it. And boom, down he goes. But yeah, that's kind of the lore of the game in a nutshell. And oh, here we go. Now I get to talk about we can't use it. We're not high enough level. Rarity tiers. So white is common tier. Green is the next up. Above green is blue, and above blue is purple, and above purple is orange. If there's anything above orange, I haven't seen it yet. In Borderlands 1, there was pearlescence, but I don't think that's happening in this game. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ugh, he talks so much. Alright, so there's a lot of talking that happens in the game. That's actually one of the things that I do like about it. In Borderlands 1, there wasn't much talking at all. It was reading the quests, so it felt a whole lot more rough around the edges. Borderlands 2 kind of smoothed things out. Borderlands 3, oh, new mechanic I forgot to talk about. When you are jumping, this was introduced in the pre-sequel, you can ground pound. So by jumping off and hitting control, each character has a ground pound ability. So there's another mechanic in the game. Again, it's just really fluid. It feels really good to play Borderlands 3, and I love the mechanics of it. Yeah, got it. Let's go. Please, for God's sake. Let's go. Alright, so this game specifically, you are basically fighting the Calypsos, which this is some of the parts that count against it. The Calypsos are basically like social media influencers. It seems like the people at Gearbox might have hated or disliked some social media influencers. Can I open this yet? Nope. You unlock an ability that lets you break apart Iridium later in the game. Anyway, it seems like Gearbox didn't like some social media influencers. And I remember when this game was earlier, when it was released earlier, and like all of the stuff that was going along with that, I remember that a lot of people that I followed kind of felt, is targeted the right word? Targeted's probably the right word. They felt like YouTubers and stuff like that felt like they were the bad people in the story. So some of them kind of got turned off by that. I don't know if a lot of us just kind of like overthink it, or maybe it is exactly that, and we should be like, oh man, poor people that are feeling like this is directed at them. I don't know. I don't really feel like making a statement one way or another. I think that I think I know enough about the characters to be like, hey, I don't like them. And that's really all that it comes down to. There's a lot of references to social media. There's references to that aspect of the gaming world. And some people might like that. Some people might not. Honestly, I don't know who all. Yes. 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 I'll get you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's resistant to shock damage. Crap. Well. Are you gonna down me? I want to wait. Okay, never mind. Leveled up, all my health came back. Not a problem. Alright, let's use a real weapon. That should do better. That should do better. Alright, and we don't care about those anymore. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sell that one. Let's not sell those just yet. We'll hold off on that. When you're playing in multiplayer, of course, it doesn't pause when you bring up that menu, but in this one, the world pauses when you're in single player. So again, it's well designed in that way. Oh, let's spend skill points. Just keep on doing the same one as last time. So now we have a Hyperion gun. One of the things I've liked about... I shouldn't talk about the guns just yet. I should finish my thought about the main story and the antagonists. So I don't like the Calypso Twins, but a lot of like, I don't know, I remember laughing at Handsome Jack a lot during Borderlands 2. That's the main quest. You're going to be dealing with the main quest a lot, so you're going to be hearing the Calypso Twins talking a lot, and if you find them annoying, you're going to have to deal with them for a long time. That could be, I don't know if it'd be a deal breaker for anybody per se, but it could turn some people off from the game knowing that they'd have to deal with that the entire time. You have to deal with the Calypsos heckling you the entire time, and it's not an endearing way like in Borderlands 2, where Handsome Jack heckling me was just like, all right, I'll fight you. Just wait until I finally get over to where you're at, and then I finally mess you up, and then, you know, you just deal with this villain continually, and he grows on you. There is growth with the villains in this game, because they're twins, and so you do see like some personality stuff going, and I was curious what direction they might go with them. I don't want to spoil anything about the story one way or another, but I was okay with how everything kind of unfolded. Yeah, that's just all that I really want to say about the story. I don't want to spoil anything by any chance. All right, let's see here. Let's use this cosmetic gaboom. You have these stations over here that let you change your outfit. So we just got a skin. If you want to look muddy, this is the haunted look. We'll do that. And let's do, I don't have any heads. And let's do, come on. Let's do, what? No. Let's do this. That should be different. And what color is the skulls? I can't see where the skulls are. So is it one of these then? Ugh, she just doesn't have enough clothing to like properly showcase like how the ghosts look. There, now we can look at that. I don't know, I like the skin. I worked hard for it. Let's match the... Can we match that blue? Yeah, it's pretty close. Then let's do... Do we have a brown? Really? That's all that is there? Okay. And what about you? Sure. We'll do that. That's a fine one. There are emotes, of course. There are also echo themes. I'm going to go back to this one. Emotes, I don't have any new emotes. We'll show how you can pick those up later. So, as I was saying, now we'll unlock vehicles. As I was saying, there are different brands of gun, and they all do different things, consistently though. Jacob's consistently has high damage, and that's really, I don't know, is that the selling point? I really love Jacob's guns. Jacob's guns, especially the snipers, it's high accuracy, high damage. That's... I don't want that quest. I don't want that quest. That quest is a nuisance. Let's drop down here. Open this. What do we have in here? Ah. Let's equip that. If you want to equip something immediately, it's even better. You hold down E, and that automatically equips it. And let's see here. Oh, I do have a head. Oh, the Marcus bobblehead. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. I don't know if I want to keep any of those yet, so I'm not gonna. I'm just going to worry about that another time. And sell. The big thing is, again, loot management. That is the name of the game. Oh, I don't want that. So it's kind of tough to decide if you want to go through here and then press E to slowly try to sell stuff. It gets a little bit cumbersome, especially when you have a lot of loot. So I've tried several different strategies, and the one that I think is the most straightforward is you just navigate through here and you just label stuff as junk that you want to sell, and you just kind of go from there. I think that's probably the easiest to go for loot management. But again, loot management and the Calypsos, those are really the only two negatives that I have to say about the game. And considering how big this game is, that I've spent 50 plus hours and I'm just getting started. There's still so many side quests for me to do. There is still so much content. I'm hoping to be playing this game around Christmas, and I'm hoping that there will be a Christmas event. I don't know if that'll be the case or not, but if there is, that'd be fantastic. Oh, we'll just let the cutscene play. I can skip that, but we'll just let that cutscene play. This is introducing another character, returning character from Borderlands 2. I don't remember if Ellie was in Borderlands 1. I don't think he was. Scooter was, but not Ellie. All right. Anyway, finishing a thought. So, gun themes, Jacob, high damage, accuracy. They're like old-fashioned like rifles, but super, super reliable. Typically a little bit slower to reload, but you know, that's just kind of like part of the name of the game. With Hyperion, they all have personal shields like this. Does it say how many shots it takes? Damage to projected. Yep, shield, weapon shield capacity, 68. That was one of the things that we experimented on first. I don't remember if it was my younger brother or my friend, but we took turns shooting the personal shields while dueling. That sounds like something that Tim and I would do. We just challenged each other to a duel by meleeing each other, and then just stood there and shot the shield carefully until the shield disappeared on the vehicle. Not on the vehicle, on the gun. So yeah, that's the... I'm just seeing the 2 there. That's like the Borderlands 2 kind of 2. That's why I'm amused by that. So maybe, is this Ellie's Scrapyard 2? Is that what that's implying? There's a lot of side stuff like that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Goodbye. Oh, you lived. Not anymore. And let's just toss one of those. And beautiful. By this point, I think most people have probably seen enough of the game and probably have enough of an inkling on whether or not they would enjoy it or not. So I think it's probably about time that I switch over to show what it would be like farther into the game. So let's switch. Actually, let's grab a vehicle first so we can talk a little about vehicles. Then we will switch characters, and I'm going to try to spoil more and more as I go along. So I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to just do this. We're going to hijack the vehicle. Yaw, run into it, press E. Man, look at that. Look at that blue skin. Doesn't that look good? So we've got a vehicle. We want to make sure that the vehicle is not destroyed. So I'm going to just rat-a-tat-a-tat-a that. Vehicle controls. You move around by pointing in the direction. So if I point like here and I press forward, the vehicle follows the direction that I'm pointing. So my A and D keys don't really do anything in this. You only control forward and you control backwards. You control where you're looking. You right and left mouse for your different... come on. I'm just going to run them over. Just run them over. Park. Park. Your right and left mouse controls your different guns if you have them. We only have the machine gun right now, so all we get to do is fire the machine gun, but if there was a turret on the back, we'd be able to fire that with the right mouse button. When you're capturing a vehicle, and this is a big gameplay loop. Oh, hi, where'd you come from? A big gameplay loop is hijacking vehicles and bringing them back here. That's how you get a lot of your vehicle stuff. They already let you customize your vehicle right off bat. So let's match it with everything else as best we can anyway. Ugh, gross. I don't like that look. Do I have another skin? Paint job. Let's do Torg. And instead of green, let's do that. And ooh, I don't like that. No. No. Vladov, you haven't let me down, have you, buddy? Oh no. Oh no, Vladov. How could you? Oh, gross. No, I hate all of these. Alright, well, we're gonna go back to this. Alright, let's do this one. How about that? Nope. That. How about this one? This one here. Welcome to customizing vehicles with Atratzu. Today, oh, it's bad. I hate it all. Okay, we'll just do it. Oh, fine. Who cares? I don't care. And now we got a vehicle. I just wanted to make it look like.
How many arms do I need to point with?
Emote. Come on. I just wanted it to match the outfit. That's all I wanted to do, guys. That was all I was trying to do. Let's pick up this quest. Why not? And do we have crap to sell? No, but we do have crap to buy. Come on. I will take that. It blows my mind that you're able to buy legendaries like right off bat. Ta-da! Here we are. We not only have a legendary shield, we have a legendary grenade mod. This character is all set. What else do you need? Ah, important also note, I'm navigating these with the keyboard because I don't always trust clicking. A lot of times it requires double clicking. It's cumbersome. Again, the user interface is cumbersome with buying and selling and navigating, but everything else pretty good. You can buy back things if you accidentally sold stuff that you were like, oh no, I really missed that cheap shotgun that I got. And you could rebuy it back. It is limited. I think if you leave the area or if you log out, log back in, you're not able to access that. Oh, look at that. I never noticed that was there. That's cute. You can also refill your ammo by pressing Q. It's, I don't know. Early on, ammo is a problem, but later on, ammo is no longer a problem. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I want to say about it right now. So let's spoil some more stuff, shall we? So let's quit. Quit, please. Exit to... I always have to be careful not to click that one. Otherwise, I might as well just stop the video at that point. So, play, load character. You can disable the Bloody Harvest stuff, which is, it's good that they have that. I always appreciate having more options than less, having control over that. So if I found the Bloody Harvest annoying, I would do that. Let's switch over to, so you've already seen what level 4 looks like. I don't think there's enough that's different about Maze from level 4 to 10, but 19... that's a pretty big change. As you can see, I've played this character a little bit. Let's see what's different as far as unlocks here. And again, each class plays differently, and you've got 3 different trees to go down, so it's highly customizable. You can find a play style in one of these characters that you're going to enjoy. Of course, I would be gunning for Zane, being like, yo, play as Zane. Zane's the best character by far. Well, we've got lost loot. Let's pick that up then. Yeah, pet. Get out of the way, broodless. Okay. So, do we have anything new unlocked? All right, we've got our third slot unlocked, and we have class mods unlocked. And yeah, I'm basically loaded up for... I didn't realize that I thought that I would have to get it on each character, so I was committing to get 12, at least 12 of all of them. So I was gonna be like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to do a lot of this, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad going through those. Oh wait, what do I have here? Ugh, is that gonna be worth it? What's my loadout? It's been a while since I played this character. Sniper, SMG. I was doing the SMG for an achievement. And that. I was going for this. You have 3 different pets that you can choose from as the Beastmaster. Super fun, really fun. And they added the cosmetic of petting it. That's so good. It's so good. Do we have a little critter guy here? Or is that might be later on in the game. This is Sanctuary. So this is the area that you come to, and this is in Borderlands 1, Sanctuary was a town. In Borderlands 2, Sanctuary was I don't want to say much more. There was another Sanctuary in Borderlands 2. Let's say it that way. I don't want to spoil stuff in Borderlands 2 for anyone that hasn't played it. This is Sanctuary the Third. It's right up there, Roman numeral 3. Doot, doot, doot. So, Sanctuary the Third. So, Sanctuary the Third is a spaceship. Can I look at it like this? It might not look like a spaceship, but if we go up to the front here, to the helm, to the bridge, that would be, you would know that this is a spaceship. It took a little bit to get used to it at first, but I think that's just like anywhere. Wherever you go, it takes a little bit to get used to whatever you're trying to do. So this is wherever you every time you join here at Sanctuary. Over here you have your room. This is the storage vault. This is where I've stored all of my freaking guns. Oh god. The space is almost full. I'm gonna have to sort through stuff again. No. This is where you can hang up decorations. So let's hang up a big old 3 for Borderlands 3. Let's hang up that one. This is where you can display your guns. And wasn't there another hangar? I thought there was another hangar over here. Let's see another hangar. Oh, here's another hangar. Let's do... Sure, that looks cute. This isn't exactly how I would decor it anyway, but that's fine. If you're playing with 4 other people, these rooms open up. So if you've got another person, this room opens up, and that's their room. If another person joins you, then you go to this room. And then if you have a full party of 4, this room opens up. I've never seen what those 2 rooms look like. This is where you, by the way, if you want to respec, you go to these machines and then you pay for it. If we wanted to respec, that's how much it's going to cost at our current level. We're not going to do that though. I don't want to deal with it. And that number increases the more time that you spend. So, it takes a little bit to get used to it, but there are multiple floors here. And there's no fast way about explaining this. You just get used to, when I get back, I run to the right and I run in here to where Marcus is at. So I go here to buy SDUs. I want to call it SKUs. To buy SDUs, which increase your ammo capacity. So always a worthwhile investment. This is just where I sink my money into. I don't gamble it or anything like that, and I rarely buy stuff from machines. I run in here to sell to that vending machine specifically. So that's Marcus. And then there is a lot of like helpful decoration and signage going along. So of course to go to Marcus, you've got a sign that says Marcus over there. Go to Moxie's Gambling Tavern, you can go in here, run over here, play a slot machine, probably lose money. Or not. Wait, 500. Yeah, lose money. Or tip Moxie.
You still working on that little thing of
Where's the
ours?
tip jar? There it is.
Glad
She's
to-
been tipped. Echo logs are hiding around here. You can just kind of explore this area. It's a whole lot more pretty on that. This is giving you a sign to go to Ellie's.
A vault hunter.
Deca. Ain't no place like space. I don't know how that sign's necessarily helping you. Cargo bay this way. There's a lot of infirmary that way, although the infirmary is actually upstairs. There are multiple ladders. There's a ladder here. You can go up the stairs to the side over here. Again, when you first land on Sanctuary, they give you a bunch of quests that help you kind of get your bearings. You'll get used to where the characters are, where you need to go, who's who. This is Maurice, best character in the game, except for Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina is absolute best character in game, and any game, forever game. This is the infirmary. This is where Tannis is hanging out. So you'll run in here a lot, and you'll see whatever nonsense is going on here. An interesting thing that was recently added to the game is this Borderlands Science, which is just a mini game. This is just a game in a game, for the most part. And I could do its own video here. I'm against Marcus. And just a short explanation here. You can undo. There we go. You just click to raise it up. So let's see here. I want all of those. These show up here, so I could push that up. Oh, I lost 2. That's no good. So I'd push that one up. No. Don't harass me, Marcus. Leave me alone. All right, no point in that. No. And your goal is to fill up this bar down here. Some people are better at puzzle games than others. I'm probably, I don't know about worse than average, but I feel like I am. All right. That's a good one. All right, got a whole line there. I've got 2 more. 2 up there. Beautiful. Bonus. I don't think that's the highest I can possibly get. But that level's completed. 25 more to go. High score matched. Haven't beaten the high score yet. And let's go quit. Couple cool things about this. If you want to quit the puzzle, your current solution will be discarded. That's fine. You can buy boosters for it with the points that you get. So good booster stuff to give additional experience, to do cash. There's just a bunch of different perks that you can get for a certain amount of time. This has, I watched the video in the beginning. This has something to do with science and algorithms. I'm a little bit skeptical about how it works, but it's fascinating, and I hope that it does actually help out. Something about solving the puzzles and helping people helping an algorithm analyze solutions to the puzzles. Again, I don't know how this works. I'd be fascinated to learn more, and I would love to talk more about this, because this is the kind of thing where I would hope that one day we would get to where playing a video game or playing a puzzle game could be enjoyable and beneficial for something, because that would be really the ultimate use for video game skills, I think, is if application in a video game can relate to something beneficial in the real world. That's what I would... Borderlands Science. Oh, completed that mission because I haven't done it on this character. Got it. Anyway, yeah, that's something that I'm really enthusiastic about, and I hope that it actually is helpful and it's not just, blowing smoke, hopping people to feel good about it. But there's really, it's its own thing. If you want to do it, you can. Let's go up to the bridge. Is this open? Ava, are you in here? Here he is. He's the cutest little lizard lemur looking thing. Joins the ship with Ava. Best thing to get on the ship with Ava. Really the best. Ava could do without the little critter. Best thing on the ship. Except for Maurice, of course. Maurice is best. Alright. Let's show some cool special effects. Can we go to a different planet? I think this character has a different planet. Yes, let's go to Athenas. So, we've just entered the hyperdrive. Watch this. Watch this. I dropped a gun. Maliwan ships. I feel like I'm playing like Star Wars. I'm digging it. I love it. This is the thing about video games is always like where can they go from here kind of thing. And this just seemed like a logical progression. I don't know where they can go with Borderlands 4 if they ever release it. I've heard that they're doing a Season 2 DLC pack. So hopefully they're going to be having more stuff that's going to be coming out for Borderlands 2. Excuse me, Borderlands 3. Yeah, I don't know where else they can go from this, but I am so happy with where they're at, where they're headed. By the way, you don't even need to jump from place to place. In your map, you press X to go back, and then you can select your planet. So I can go to Pandora if I want. Pandora, let's go to the Droughts. And let's go right where we were on the other character. So we just teleported to the Droughts from outside of space on Athenas. So let's just load on in through here. Always read the tips at the bottom of the screen. They give you hints. Like Maliwan weapons always have elemental damage to them. So that's another thing that Maliwan. Am I using a Maliwan weapon? I hope not. Doll Jacobs. Jacobs is my favorite brand. What can I say? Sell that crap. What? Get out of here. Torg. Always explosive. Torg. But now we're on Pandora, right? Let's jump to someplace else. Let's go to... Can we teleport to Heck already? No, we can't teleport to Heck. We have to speak to Maurice. Let's go to Promethea, where the current quest is being tracked. Ta-da! So, navigating is pretty easy. The problem is getting used to it. And again, you're going to have many hours to get used to navigating the user interface for Borderlands 3. Again, it's a little bit clunky, but you'll get used to it. Right. I imagine I can't use this, can I? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the dang thing? Where? There's Tyrene. Oh, Troy. That's his name. Here it is. Can I do this? No. You can only interact with these after you've beaten the game. For the most part. Okay. So... I don't think there's anything else really to spoil with this. You can see what some of the echo logs look like. You can see what some of the Typhon logs look like. Can't see what any of that looks like. You've seen what it looks like navigating with that. Let's fight something really quick so you can see a little bit of that as well. Also, let's jump into a vehicle. So, let's go on over here. Whoops. Let's bring up the map first. Is that a straight shot? No. Turn. I'll just put my personal waypoint there. That should make it easy to spot. And down. And around. By the way, do you like the wheel vehicle? It is my favorite for sure. They shot me. Okay. Straight shot now, straight shot now. God, they keep shooting me. Stop. Alright, and boop. So let's just run on in. Generally, it's probably a good idea to fight your way through, but I don't want to. I want to run. I just want to run. Hide it away. Here we go. And I like Reese. That's why I need to play Tales from the Borderlands, because apparently Reese is in there, so I need to play that one. Again, I feel good that I can just cherry pick which character I like, which character I don't like from a game. I think that's just good. I can complain about the antagonists, and you know what? That's not necessarily bad. It's not bad to dislike your enemy in a game. I think that's just, in a way, good design. I would wish that there were... I wish I disliked them for a different reason than that they were social media YouTuber influencers. I wish that wasn't the reason that I disliked them. I wish there were others, and they kind of gave me other reasons to dislike them as time went on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. The gameplay isn't going to change all too significantly from that character to this one. Come on, open sesame. I was right, I can't be opening that. Come on, come on, slide. Yes. We're gonna have anyone dropping in, please, pretty please. This is the Atlas headquarters. Atlas used to be my favorite gun manufacturer. Well, second favorite. Jacobs was my favorite. Always my favorite. Favorite in Borderlands 1, 2, and 3. If it took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs. Alright, so let's call out a kill on that one. Now Broodless will take care of them. So Broodless, go to that one. And then I can hold down F to call out a kill target, and my pet focuses that. And then I have, if I just tap my F key, my action key, that will send it out. Ah, here we go. This is the Halloween event stuff. That's the ghosts. This weapon is doing an elemental type called Cryo. Ooh, we got lucky, I think. Yes. Uh-oh, don't hit me. There we go. Golden ghosts are always good. We're doing an element called cryo damage. There are different elements in the game, and it's like Pokemon, where it's a game of rock, paper, scissors, and some elements are better than others. Help, 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 help. Alright, let's hide over here. If you have problems figuring out which element to use, just use a non-elemental gun. So this here, I call it the vacuum cleaner because it looks like one. Oh, crap. You telling me my pet can't pick me up? Where is he? 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 There we go. Second winded, just in time. Throw a grenade. Good grenade. Any grenade. Death. Oh, no. No. Atlas guard, please. Please. So, yeah, the NPCs revive you in the game. Don't rely on it, but the NPCs do revive you, which is a good thing. I'm glad that they do. I've been saved by NPCs several times in the game. In some ways, NPCs are better at keeping you alive than your own friends, because it's hard to pay attention to what's going on. There's no, like, notification. You see in the party frames, which are located to the bottom left of the screen, above my health bar, you see my pet's health bar. If there was anybody else that we were playing with, their health bars would show up there as well. And that's how you would know what was going on. Problem is if they go down, that's the only reference that we have that... Oh, come on. Not a good time to reload. That would be the only reference that they'd gone down. There's nothing like... I don't think there's anything on the mini-map that's indicating it. It's just been a regular problem, is when people go down in this game, we've all had trouble keeping track of that. If we're not in voice chat together, then it's just super easy to miss that somebody has gone down. Which then we feel like jerks. Well, my group of friends feels like jerks. Other people probably don't care, but I'm just like, I want to save you, friend. I'll help you. So you want to jump into the matter and help? Come on, open this. Anything good? Yeah, crap. Wow. A white quality. Get out of here, garbage. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. So, I trust this is inadequate. Oh, another golden one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. What? Shoot. That happens. The ghost, I think, hit my pet, came into contact with them. If one of the ghosts, this is just Halloween specific, but if the ghost... What was that? If the ghost comes in contact with another character, they fear, what is it called? I have a gun with that, don't I? Terrified. They make that character terrified. It's just for the Halloween thing only, and it like does crazy stuff with your gun stats. So let's demonstrate it. Hit me. So now you've got this visual effect, and then your gun also does different stuff. So hit me again. So it makes the area, so my crosshairs have gotten bigger and bigger, symbolizing that this character is less and less accurate. Kill enemies at full speed. I wasn't moving that fast.
Oh, damn it, no, hounds. We can't reboot the turrets while they're not on. Take them out.
Zero, you betrayed us. Oh, 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 oh. Let's throw that in there and we'll hang out over here. Uh-oh, pet's dying.
My spider ant is down.
My spider ant is down. Come here, broodless.
They're swarming all over the place.
I think this is an adequate tutorial for what it's like playing as this character. It's tough because it's not really fleshed out as time goes on. Most characters kind of play and feel the same, but you just slowly build them out. As you play, I'd recommend and encourage you just like try a little bit of each class, and unless you know which class you want to do. For me, it was a tie between whether I wanted to play as Zane or if I wanted to play as Flak. So I almost played as this character. I recommend trying all the characters out, decide the one that you want to go with, and then I would say probably stick with that character, figure out how to make it work. So a lot of times it's like looking through, being like, all right, what kind of skill points do I want? Flak gains a chance to score critical hit with weapons against any part of enemies. I mean, gains a chance. Okay, so that's a chance. So there's a 20% chance. Yeah, that's good. That means you can shoot them anywhere and it's a crit. So Flak would be fantastic to focus on, like, increasing critical damage. I don't know about high precision necessarily. Just this seems to encourage Flak to use pretty much any kind of gun. In this particular line, if we did, this is one that my brother and I don't like the monkey pet in this game. Oh no, this is the monkey pet. All right. So here, what is this? Melee override establishes dominance over turning. The enemy's beast, the duration is doubled. Pet bonus increase. We don't know what pet bonus is yet. Still learning how that works. Enemy hunter skill. When Flak's pet takes damage, the pet returns some of that damage to the attackers. So there you go. That's a good one to have. All damage dealt by Flak and their pet is increased. So that's just an all-around good one to have. Pet bonus increases. Those don't make as big a deal as I thought. I tend to like the ones that have only 1 point in. Fight for your life. Their pet will attempt to revive them. If it does, gains increased damage for a short time. Now, just a quick note. It doesn't say that it has to be this pet. Typically, what you're putting points into is going to improve the color that it is. But technically, I could start speccing into the green, and I could get it so any of my pets could revive me. It doesn't necessarily need to be the monkey is reviving me. So you can go across different paths and across different trees, but again, the tried and true method that I've always worked with is speccing down one, because typically the final, that's not the button I wanted. The final at the bottom is what you're trying to go for. Pet increased damage when Flak activates his action skill. If Flak is at full health, increased damage doubled. That's an okay one. That's my favorite one so far, and I don't understand that one. So, yeah. Typically, I just kind of stick to one, and as you play that character, that character will be shaped more, and you'll figure out how you want to play that character. And different people play in different ways. By far, the most natural and the most fun ways that I've had playing the game has been with Zane, which, again, that's the character I've played the most as, so there's that. That being said, I'm kind of playing them all roughly the same right now because of an item that keeps on dropping. It's this grenade mod, which just destroys stuff everything. Because you throw the grenade, it goes boom, and then it just pours out more and more grenades in every single direction. It just destroys, just rips everything to shreds. And I love it. So, this guy will resist corrosive, which is what we're doing there. See, resist so it doesn't do as much damage. That being said, though, you will notice it's still killing him. So even if it's resisted, it's still a really good weapon, and it still, like, puts him off balance. So that's good. Come on, get rid of him, get rid of him. Now he's frozen melee. Bam! Oh, and he's got a ghost. And we're afraid. Atlas Soldier. Can we just skip on through? Let's just jump and jump and... Oh. Out of grenades. What? What game is this? Alright, that's enough of that. Alright, let's spoil everything now. Quit to main menu again. And this shall be the last hurrah. So, we shall load character, load my main character, and let's talk about what happens once you complete the game. You unlock an additional mode, which is True Vault Hunter. I haven't played True Vault Hunter yet, but that's originally what you do in Borderlands 1 and 2 is after you beat the game, you just replay the game again, and everything would scale up. I haven't done True Vault Hunter mode yet, so I can't really talk about it, which is a bit of a shame, but this video is already dragged on quite long enough for most people, I'm sure. I don't feel like there's a need to play True Vault Hunter mode. I'm sure I will, just because I will. Yeah, of course I will. But they have a mode called Mayhem mode that I unlocked at the end of the game. And Mayhem mode takes the world and scales it up to where I'm at and adds unique modifiers. And so I'm just like, I don't know that there's really a need. There's just so many quests and stuff for me left to do. I'm level 55, but like it just feels like there's still so much to do. So let's acknowledge some of the changes on the user interface. At the bottom of the screen, let's see if I can just kind of boring spot to get you to look at it. At the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that there's a 1 with a skull. That is implying that we are playing on Mayhem mode. I haven't played around too much with Mayhem mode. I've just left it on Mayhem mode 1, though you can increase the Mayhem mode up to 10. That gives you additional like changes in it. You can toggle it on and off, so if you don't want to deal with Mayhem mode, you leave it off, and then you can play the game as normal. However, there's good incentive to do it, because you get more experience, you get more money, and... what does that mean? Better loot? I think that means better loot. However, all your enemies get tougher, and you get a modifier. And this is the modifier that's been on mine, so get used to looking like everyone's bobbleheads. You can reroll modifiers here with Q. I'm happy with my modifier, so I'm not going to re-roll it. But I forget that not everyone's bobblehead. So, yeah. So, you get that. So, we're currently in Jacob's area. Let's see here. Can I go over here? Good. There's a nice touch. So, you see this little paint thing here? This is a hint. There's a lot of subtle things like that in Borderlands 3. There's small game design things that are added to it that... let's see here. Oh, shoot. I don't know where I want to spend this point. Ugh. I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's small little details like these that most people wouldn't even notice it. But this is giving a hint to the player that this is a wall that can and should be vaulted over. So you'll see a lot of stuff like that. So this area, I think this area was like level... the quest won't help. Yeah, it says it's level 55. It says all these quests are level 55. I think this quest was originally for like maybe level 25 or 30. But you'll see this is a level 50 character. Alright. Chad, who the heck are you? Everything here has been scaled to be relevant to what I'm fighting. There's some parkouring action for you. Let's jump into something that's going to be a little bit more hectic, and then that will conclude the video. What's the most hectic thing I can think of? Probably that. Let's go to Sanctuary, and we'll go to the heck hole. Oh, just for probably my own sake, rather than anything else, let's have a look at what we have for loot. So this is my layout that I've used it for the past like 20 or 30 levels. I use a pistol, good old Jacobs. I've been using this. This isn't actually the shotgun that I have been using. I just got this upgraded one, so I don't know if I like this one yet. It shoots green though instead of radioactive, so, you know, I like green. This needs to be upgraded. I haven't been using this gun that much. It was nice when I first got it, but now I'm kind of like, meh, not so much. This is the latest sniper that I got. It does insane damage. It's weird to me that it's a Malawan. Normally I use Jacobs sniper rifles, and all this keeps on shuffling through. Now this is the one that doesn't belong here, but it does. This lets me slide around. I am an extremely mobile player. I like being able to move fast. So get used to seeing this, because I am impatient and I like to slide along and get to my spot as fast as possible. So I rely on mobility in most games. However, this character, the way I've laid out his points, is kind of to emphasize grenades and my digiclone. My digiclone lets me teleport. So there is a lot of moving around. Let's just jump into this. This is the Halloween area, which is all Halloween themed. Here we go. I don't have anything to sell, do I? No. Alright, here we go. So, let's go right. That's my favorite opener. Grenade for everybody. I'm gonna kill my poor computer with all these visual effects. Oh crap. So let's switch places with my clone real quick. Alright. Anyone new spawning in? There he is. Do that. Switch. And we got a legendary that dropped. The nice thing about legendaries dropping is that they have an icon. Whoop. They have an icon that shows up on the map. You see a star on the mini-map, so you really don't miss them. If you do miss something, there's the loot sweeper thing that picks up loot if you miss it. Let's oh no. Come on. Alright, let's really step in it. I'll run in here and see if I can spawn something else. Yes. Alright. Oh, let's just switch. Oh, oh, that's bad. My doppelganger is not up right now. I have to wait a few more seconds. Come on. Come on. Respawn action skill. Respawn. I just wanted to make it exciting, man. That's all I wanted to do. Beautiful. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch that. Alright, now my digiclone has the same gun as I do. Let's switch places really quick. Oop, that might have been a mistake. We will now run over here. Spitting out grenades. Rolling around at the speed of sound. You get a grenade. Alright, and whoop, 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 whoop. Switch places with him. And, oh. And then, let's snipe now. Who cares? Alright, and then let's make sure that the clone is there in the middle of the nonsense. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Oh, that's fire. It's going to be resisted, but not resisted enough. Let's just destroy him. He's dead. Alright, and switch with that. Come on. Alright, he's vulnerable now. Take down the skull. Take down him. Uh-oh. He's resistant to corrosive. That is problematic. Alright, now we can loot, and my Digiclone is on cooldown, so excuse you. Shooting me in the back while I'm talking to people watching the video. Stop, stop, stop. Look. I'm just gonna stare at you. Dead. Alright, now get out of here. Now, to return to looting and shooting. Alright. So we're going to make a quick pit stop before we continue. I think I've gathered the stuff, but yeah, there's a little bit more here. How full is my inventory right now? Alright, so don't want. I'm not even going to give you the time of day. This is probably my own fault if I've missed something good, but I don't really see anything that I particularly want. I don't think I'm going to actually get that character high enough, but we'll save that just in case I get a character high enough, or I know somebody that does. Alright, that's decent, but let's do my favorite trick. This is how... Oh crap, I don't have time. I don't have time. I'll take that though. Alright, we are at the halfway point on that. Press X to sell. Sell that one. Teleport back. And ta-da! It's like we never lost any time whatsoever. Oh, I love this character. You don't even know how much I love this character. And it's not even just because he's an Irishman, which is a very delightful perk. Uh-oh, please no. Please, I haven't looked at what the code is yet. Red, blue, green. Red, blue, green. Red, even though it's pink. Blue, green. Ta-da. Now let's get the bonus loot. There was some guide that I watched that I looked up online to figure that one out, though I should be ashamed of myself. I should have figured that out myself. Open that chest. By the way, there are different quality chests in the game. Anyone that's still sticking around trying to figure out how to play this game. Different quality chests. So both of these are pretty good. This chest isn't as good. This one typically is going to have rarer and better stuff in it. That's not always the rule, though. Sometimes a common chest, sometimes a freaking, like, locker that you open up will have a legendary in it. So you just really can't go wrong with trying to loot everything. Alright, next area. Thump. Nope. Thump. Here we go. So let's do this one. Favorite engagement here. There. Throw that in. Alright. Let's provoke who's ever over here. Throw that over there. Alright, let's run over here then. I call this my double flank. I flank from the right, I flank from the left. Oh, let's toss that one there. Oops. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's switch that. Am I about to get downed by something? Let's put that guy. Enemies to the left. Enemies to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Oh, there's one spawning up there. There's a red skull. Alright, and took care of that guy. There's a perk that I've got somewhere that is increasing the active skill as I get kills. It is limited on what it can do, but it continues to keep up my Digiclone, so that's why my Digiclone is up even more than normal. Alright, let's pick up all the things. I just pick up greens to sell them. At this point, everything is just selling fodder for me. Oop, here we go. Just uppercut the purple stones. There's no point in getting those. I don't see anything else over here. Let's reload all my guns. Alright, you're not going to see me. It's a shame because I used to really like this gun, but it just does not do enough damage for me. Slide and slide and slide and slide. I think I was looking into what I can spend this point on in the green area. Action skill, yes. Zane, increase action cooldown rate, yes, 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 yes. Because I want that cooldown faster. The faster the cooldown is, the faster I can bring back my Digiclone. And my Digiclone gives me a free teleport. Why the heck wouldn't I want that? Alright, so how are we going to start this? Yeah, let's do it this way. So this is the boss, and there are 3 phases. Each phase is intermittent with you jump down, you take down his shield, and then you shoot him. His health goes down 1 notch, and then he puts up force field generators of sorts. You shoot down the force field generators, you go back to shooting him. He puts up the generators again, you shoot the generators, you go back to him, and then the 3rd phase he dies. There's not like a change during it. It's a fairly straightforward fight. It's a fun one too. Captain Hunt! Particularly bigger head than normal. Captain Hunt. Hello, bro. Alright, let's bring him over here. That's my Digiclone there. I could spec into making my Digiclone more of a tank for me, but I just don't have a need for that. I don't need him to be more of a tank for me. I want him to be an additional DPS for me. Alright, shield almost done. Oh, let's skate away. Sail away. Alright, we're going to be moving on to the next phase now. Let's get the sniper out. And let's switch places. Nope, don't have that anymore. So now Captain Hunt is just going after me. There he is, there he is, there. Come on. I got him, just in time. Shield is kind of low. Alright, let's see here. Let's throw one of those, one of those, one of those. Oh, out of grenades. That is a problem. Oh, and I'm dancing in the fire. Aren't I ballsy? Oh, well, I have my clone. I'd like to have a few more grenades. There we go. Here you go. 2 of us again. Oh, well, another good thing. My clone can get me back up, but I can't rely on that. I can also sacrifice my clone. There we go. Didn't need to do it though. Go for this one. Alright, one more. When there are more people, there are more pylons. Though it seemed like there were only 3 until we got to this level. Alright, this is phase 3. Stop charging. Stop charging. There. That's one of the nice things about... Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's use this gun. Oh, that one's resisted too. What the heck, man? And let's switch. When my Digiclone and I switch, our shields start regenerating again, and I get bonus shields and bonus, like, other bonus perks. So it's just, there's every intention of switching. No real downsides, unless of course I switch myself into a terrible situation. That has happened more times than I'd care to admit. But again, I can sacrifice my Digiclone to pick myself back up. So there's just a lot of good stuff about it. And that's about as messy as I can show you. There's tougher things in the game, but I haven't played them yet, and I'm not gonna record my thoughts in an area that I'm unfamiliar with. So I'm pretty familiar with this area. I'm really familiar with this fight. And I know how I like playing this character. And yeah. Halloween event. Fantastic. Look at all those legendaries. Oh, beautiful. Let's go back to Sanctuary. The portal closes. And we will get money bonus, and I'll pick up the quest again because, God, I love that quest. And then we'll wrap it up with a final note. All right. So, I don't know where you would learn this normally, but you can change the weapon skins on your guns. I don't know how people figure this out. Anyway, this was figured out by my younger brother. And yeah, I don't know how people would figure this out. What you do to change your weapon skin is, if you have an additional weapon skin, you go to your weapon, you press F, or you just inspect it. If you got a controller, you just use whatever button it is to inspect. And then from here, you'll notice there are no tips down here that tell you anything. I thought you'd have to click this to change it. This is not the case. What you do is you press X. And that brings up all the different weapon skins that you have available, and you can reskin your weapon skin. This is what the Jacobs looks like normally. All right. Pretty classic looking gun. Or you can paint it this, or you can paint it this. This is the one that I chose for a long time until these were a couple special ones that unlocked. I don't know where I got this one. But this was the one that I went for the Halloween event. I wish that the ghosts were green. Oh, I wish that they were green. It would be perfect. But it's fine. I actually really dig the purple. It contrasts very nicely with the green that I have for my guns. So, I don't know. I like it. It's grown on me. But yeah, that's just one of the final things to talk about. There's just so much more to talk about Borderlands 3. Oh, that didn't get that much. If I missed any loot, I would interact with this and it would just spit it out. So, yeah, there's my inventory full. Well, I gotta sort through loot again, so I think that's enough probably for this video. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you if you've been interested in buying Borderlands 3. If you're not interested in buying Borderlands 3, let me know. I always appreciate comments. I really like engaging with those that are actually taking the time to watch through my videos. It's always highly appreciated, especially even if you just watch and leave. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm just glad that people get stuff out of these videos. So yeah, once again, my name is Atratzu. This is Borderlands 3. Again, I haven't said anything about the DLC. I don't have the DLC. There's a couple DLC I might need to pick up, but we'll see. Cross that bridge when we come to it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.